Hey guys, welcome to my review for the live action remake of Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is a remake of the original Disney classic and stars Emma Watson, Dan Stevens, Luke Evans, and was directed by Bill Cullen. And I'm not going to tell you what Beauty and the Beast is about because it is a tale as old as time. Come on, you know it. So jumping right into my review since it's super late, just like my previous videos, I'm not going to stay away from spoilers. I'm going to keep this review as short as possible because, you know, I still have Power Rangers to review. I'm really behind, but first impressions is I really enjoyed the movie. This movie very much felt like a Disney movie. Like, it just carried that Disney charm really well. Like, this is the pure definition of Disney magic. There's not a better way to describe this movie than that. Now, as we know, this is a live-action remake of the cartoon movie, and it's been about 12 years since I've seen that movie, so it's foggy, but I do remember some of the main story beats, and from what I remember of the cartoon movie, this movie is pretty accurate. Of course, it adds new stuff to enriching the story, but it never strays away to what Beauty and the Beast was about. Unlike Maleficent, which, let's just not talk about that. The casting in this movie is spot on perfection. Emma Watson kills it as Belle. I can't picture anyone else in the role. Which, if you didn't know, she was supposed to be in La La Land along with Miles Teller, but she obviously dropped out for Beauty and the Beast, and I'm glad she did because it was a win-win. We got Emma Stone in La La Land, and now we have Emma Watson as Belle. But seriously, I could praise Emma Watson all day. She was true to the character, she looks the part, she's a great actress, she's gorgeous, and she knows how to sing. Before this movie, I've never heard her sing, so I was genuinely impressed with her singing ability. But let's talk about Luke Evans for a second, because he was pretty perfect in this movie. Ever since that moment in the trailer where he's talking and he's saying, "You are the most gorgeous person I've ever seen," and it reveals that he's looking into the mirror, you gotta like a character like that. He's just so cocky, and you know, he thinks he's better than everyone, but he's also very evil and scummish, and I hate that I loved him so much. Josh Gad, is that his name? The guy who plays the voice of Olaf, plays LeFou in this movie, and they made a huge deal about him being the first openly gay Disney character. Get out of here. No, he's not. Because he's not really openly gay. There's one moment at the end of the movie where he's dancing with a girl and he switches over with a guy. That's it. And as for Dan Stevens as the Beast, I thought he was really good. I do have some complaints with this movie. It's not a perfect movie. This is a little bit nitpicky, but the CGI for the Beast could have been a little bit better. But besides the CGI on the Beast, I thought everything else in terms of his personality and his overall design was really good. Another thing I really liked was the father-daughter dynamic between Belle and her father. It just felt really real and genuine and heartwarming. And as we know, this is the first live-action Disney musical that's based off of one of the old cartoon movies, so I'm not counting Enchanted. But as for musicals, I don't love musicals, but I can enjoy a nice musical like The Wizard of Oz, or most recently La La Land, which I absolutely adored La La Land. So for this being a musical, I really liked it. My favorite musical number was Something There, the song that Belle sings at the beginning of the movie. That was a song, that was the moment I truly fell in love with Emma Watson as Belle. Another great musical number was Beast singing after letting Belle go. And I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that that was an original musical number because it wasn't in the Disney animated movie. But that song was really good, really empowering. Like I said, I do have some problems with the movie. My biggest problem is the pacing. Some of the parts of the movie was just dragging. And when watching the movie, the first half of the movie, I was thinking to myself that, obviously not including Jungle Book, which is my favorite live action Disney movie, but in terms of the Disney fairy tale princess movies, I was thinking Cinderella might end up being the better movie. But up to the point where the Beast saves Belle from the pack of wolves, I thought the movie started to pick up and it started to get a lot better. So yeah, I was thinking Cinderella might end up being the better movie. But once the ballroom dance happened between Belle and the Beast, which I think is the most iconic moment in the animated movie, and it's a moment that I remember the most, I was thinking to myself, even though Cinderella might end up being the better movie, there's not a single moment in the newest Cinderella movie that is as good as this ballroom dance. And had the movie gone back down after the height of the ballroom dance, I would have said Cinderella was the better movie. But it just was able to maintain that quality until the credits. And I'm not saying the stuff before the ballroom dance was bad. Up to the point where the Beast saves Belle from the wolves, I thought that stuff, their relationships after they started bonding over books, and I thought their relationship and their chemistry was so good, which is a positive. My complaint is, it was so good, I wanted more of it. And I just got done saying the movie was dragging a little bit, so why would I want to add some scenes? But that's the thing, because I wouldn't just add scenes with them together, I would replace other scenes with them together. And I know just a scene. The biggest scene for me that was dragging and it felt really unnecessary was the musical number Be Our Guest. Now, I don't exactly remember if that was a musical number in the animated movie, but frankly, I don't care. I thought it was really slowing the movie down. It felt like a 4 or 5 minute scene of him just singing, "Be our guest, be our guest." I don't know, I just thought that scene was really dragging and it felt really unnecessary. It felt like they stopped the story just for this musical number. What they could have done is what Cinderella did, was instead of having a musical number, like what they did with the fairy godmother in Cinderella, just have her say bippity boppity boo. They could have just had the candlestick say, "Be our guest," and, you know, have her sit down and eat. Because that's valuable time that would have been perfectly spent between Beast and Belle getting to know each other. Because, you know, in animated movies, you don't really need to do that. A lot of the princesses just meet the prince and then the next second they're married, and you could get away with it with animated movies. You don't really question it. But in live action, that doesn't slide. I need to be able to feel their relationship and really see it blossom. So yeah, their relationship was so good. My complaint is we didn't get enough of it. So besides wanting more scenes with them together, I would say the moment Beast saves Belle from the wolves to the credits is a really phenomenal movie. And the stuff before then, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it was just barely below Cinderella, and everything else surpassed Cinderella. So because of that, I would say Beauty and the Beast is better than the live-action Cinderella movie, and this is the best live-action Disney adaptation, minus The Jungle Book, which is not a Disney princess fairy tale movie. And that end scene with Gaston and Beast was so intense, I loved it. So I ended up walking away from this movie really, really liking it. So I'm going to give Beauty and the Beast an 8 out of 10. So what did you guys think of Beauty and the Beast? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Make sure to like the video, and as always, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.